Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to La Oficina Geek. My name is Dennis Davila, and today we have a very special guest. His name is Steve Barton, and he is the executive producer, or one of the executive producers, for a film that has been has been having a wild ride in the past few weeks. Terrifier 2. Steve, how are you?
I'm doing really good, man. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it's been a really crazy couple of weeks, huh?
I know.
I don't even know what to say. This has been the craziest ride of all of our lives.
Really, that's good.
Yeah,
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it has been viral on every outlet. Everybody's talking about this movie. It's trending on Twitter. I think it was top three on IMDb.
yeah, yeah.
It was crazy. It's crazy.
It doesn't make sense.
I know,
It doesn't,
and
it
that's
doesn't make
good.
sense.
That's great.
I
That
mean,
is
listen,
great.
we know we made a good movie, okay? And as filmmakers, that's our job, make a good movie.
Hmm.
It's ultimately how well it's received is up to the fans. We
Yeah.
did our job, and there's a fine line between confidence and ego. We
Hmm.
were
Hmm.
confident that we made a good movie, but zero ego was involved, and zero ego remains involved, thankfully. And dude, we never expected this. Never
Yeah.
even a little bit would have even dreamt that this movie would have blown up the way that it has.
Yeah. Yeah. And the movie had a small budget, relative small budget, right?
Yeah, we had.
And when I saw the earnings, I was like, "What?"
How do you think we felt? Our budget was like, and it's funny too. We're in the same theaters as like Halloween Ends and Black
Hmm.
Adam and
I know.
fucking all these other huge movies, and like literally, our movie is about it cost about as much as like Jamie Lee Curtis's brand muffin per diem. Halloween Ends. And yeah,
But
it may not sound like huge numbers to someone who really doesn't understand
I know.
box office, but we're at, I think, currently $5.8 million already.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's
It was,
it's amazing.
yeah,
It's amazing, and congratulations, because I know you guys work very hard
yeah,
on this project, and every film has the crew, behind it, and I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
this movie was
So,
made by, as crazy as it sounds, mainly other than like the actors and some of the carpenters and stuff like that,
mhm.
9 people. 9 people. Okay,
Wow, wow.
and here it is. It's psychotic. I mean, we had such a small crew. Everybody was wearing every hat you can imagine,
Hmm. Hmm.
and we everyone worked really hard, and to bring their A game and to make something that they could be proud of. And at the end of the day, that's what it was all about, just making something for the fans that we
Yeah,
thought they would like, and then something for us that the
I
movie we
know.
wanted
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, yeah, I completely understand. So you are the executive producer. Can you tell us a little bit of what you do and what was like your main job on this production?
In this particular one, my main job was figuring. Well, we all have 80,000 main jobs, but
I know.
in this particular one, I was able to help secure the distribution and stuff like that. And I've been very involved with the Terrifier franchise since the first film. And
Hmm. Hmm.
whatever Damien and everyone needed me to do is what I do. I've been doing a lot of the, I guess you could say, marketing because it's
Hmm.
just me and we have no budget for marketing. So literally, it literally our marketing budget was zero. So it was
Wow.
me, Bloody Disgusting, and like 3 or 4 members of the cast and crew that just were talking about it. And
Uh-huh.
I think that what we did that was unique is not only were we talking about it, but we were engaging with the fans about it. We were talking directly with them. And
Hmm.
I think that because the fans are such a huge part of this journey, and we acknowledge that. And we
Mhm.
don't exist without the fans. I think that's what really, I guess, emboldened them to really show up.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
this ride isn't just ours; it's everybody's.
It's everybody's.
This has never happened before.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
scary. It's like we don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. We're all just taking the ride, man.
I know. I know. And I have read so many news, and I remember there's still a lot of buzz, but there was so much buzz about this movie like in the past 2 weeks, especially when the pictures for people receiving medical attention, they went viral. And I said, what is happening here? Why are people receiving medical attention? Why? So to me it was funny, and after that, everybody was talking about Terrifier 2. So it was crazy. It was crazy.
You know, it's funny. It's like when that started happening, like, and I totally get this. Everybody was of the mindset that it had to be like some sort of marketing ploy or marketing trick.
I
But it
know.
really
Yeah.
wasn't. We weren't smart enough to think of that. You know what I mean? Happening. And it just it took on a life of its own. I mean, listen, we do not want anyone to get sick. We don't want anyone to get hurt.
Obviously.
We don't
Mhm.
want anyone to feel bad. The only thing we wanted people to do with Terrifier 2 was show up and have a good time. And for the
Definitely.
people that did get sick, sorry about that, but thank you. You've done a great service to the community in your holiday. It's amazing.
I'm telling you, it was. I'm still astonished of what I saw. So it was crazy, and I remember talking to my wife and saying, there's this horror movie that it's going viral, and people are receiving medical attention, and she was like, "What are you talking about?" We were laughing because it's unbelievable. And then I saw pictures of people actually receiving outside the theater. And I was like, what? What?
The
I have never
craziest
seen that.
the craziest shit we ever could have hoped for. You know?
And it's good. It's good. It has been great for you guys because after that, everybody wanted to see this movie, and everybody wanted to know more about Art the Clown and the history of it.
You know what I think it is? I think that a lot of the buzz is all the effects are practical. So when you're seeing what we're doing on the screen,
Uh-huh.
it's a combination of fake blood, of latex, of real meat, of chicken and bacon, and just
Wow.
this really disgusting stuff, and
Uh-huh.
it never occurred to us that somebody would be like, that's a little much. I'm getting nauseated, Never,
Yes.
not once, because we just, it's funny. The mindset when making this movie was just, oh, the hell with it. Go as far as you want. This ain't ever going to be in a theater.
And it's all over the United States. So
Who knew? Who knew? And we're so blessed and we're so humbled by this experience. And when I say that everybody, and I mean everyone, appreciates the support so much, I mean, what a gift again the fans have given us to be able to make. I mean, we're happy if somebody talks about our movie for 2 seconds,
Mhm,
And
mhm.
it's funny too, because every time we think something cool has happened and it's never going to get cooler, something
Mhm.
else cool happens.
Yes, yes.
We get name dropped on Monday Night Raw. We get
Yeah, I saw that.
talks about us, and we're on the talk, and stay-at-home wives all over the country have been forced to sit through part of the trailer. That's awesome, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
it's reached levels and heights that we just could not have imagined, and it would not have done that without the
It's
support of the fans. And we're just
definitely,
people.
definitely. Now, I haven't had the chance to see this film. I'm
You
really
will.
looking forward. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to see it. I saw the first one, and I was very astonished of what I saw in the first one. It was amazing. I was with my hands in my head at every single moment. because it has these surprise elements that you don't actually see in most common horror movies. For example, Art the Clown pulling a gun when he was hurt in the first one. That was like, this guy has a gun? What?
It broke the slasher
And
movie rules.
I know. And also the scene with the metal saw in the first one,
Yeah.
that was insane.
Yeah.
Insane. It has been the most gore scene I have.
You haven't seen anything yet.
So my question to this, after mentioning these 2 points, do we still have those surprising elements
Oh God,
in Terrifier 2?
that
Is it even more?
oh, way more. To put it in perspective for you, the first movie we used like 7 gallons of blood, and in this one we used 20.
Oh, that's a
One of the
lot.
actors was covered in so much blood that he ended up getting stuck to the floor,
Oh my God.
and we had to like physically remove her from the
Wow.
floor. And you'll know the scene when you see it. It's been this shouldn't be happening. It's madness that this is even happening, because we never thought that this utterly deranged, unhinged clown movie
Mm-hmm.
would be the movie people wanted to see and didn't even know it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think part of the reason why it's doing so well is that it's just about having a good time. I've seen
I
stuff
know.
there too with 3 crowds, and each time I saw it, people were yelling and screaming and cheering, and it's such an experience. People are just
I know.
having fun, and at the end of the day, to be able to turn your brain off especially after the few years we've had, where there was
Mhm.
so much bad, you know what I mean? And so
Yes.
much horror and real tragedy, that I think people just wanted a chance to sit back, take the ride, and have fun.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
that's a Terrifier. And isn't that what Halloween's all about? Just having fun, man.
Yeah.
So I like to think, and I'm very humbled to say that we did our job. We delivered something people wanted, and
Hmm.
apparently something people needed. And that is such a tremendous blessing.
Good. 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 It's so good to hear that. So you mentioned chicken meat, bacon, and 20 gallons of blood, right? Was everything practical effects,
Uh,
or
all the
do you
gore.
guys use some small CGI maybe?
Yeah, no, no. I mean,
No.
the only visual effects in the movie are a couple of scenes where it's obviously visual effects having to do with the more supernatural
Mm.
element of the movie. But the only thing that we used visual effects on the actual kills and gore effects themselves were just to remove blood tubes from the scene, so you didn't see them. But
Okay.
everything is happening in camera. Everything is happening live on the set.
Wow.
It's gross. It's what it's supposed to be, because
I know.
you could have all the CG blood in the world,
Hmm.
but it doesn't have that same visceral effect. It doesn't have that look, that
Hmm.
velocity. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
And with this
completely understand.
movie, we just. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed. Am I allowed to curse on this show? I know I have only a couple of
Uh,
times.
Go ahead. It's okay. Don't worry.
This movie has no fucks to give. It's just in your face. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. The lights are out in the theater. People are losing their minds. Some people are fainting. Some people are puking.
I know.
The majority of them are having fun, and that's
Definitely.
awesome.
So that's actually good to hear that everything was practical effects, because sometimes CGI takes away that emotion, the magic that it's supposed to,
There's none of it. Every
that
gore, there is not a single drop of CG blood in the movie, to my knowledge.
amazing, amazing,
Everything
amazing.
was just painted out to remove the tubes, so you don't. Yeah, I mean, certain effects are so over the top that, of course, there were tubes that you could see, with the amazing amount of blood flying out. So we just, that was our effects artist, who's amazing, a guy named Josh Petrino. He just painted out what we needed painted out and maybe applied a couple of things here and there, and that was that, you know.
Good. It's so good to hear it. I have read a few reviews, about the movie. Everything has been outstanding.
Well,
And
not every, some people don't like it at all, and that's okay.
yeah, I know that's okay, but for the most part, I think everybody agrees that this is a very good horror movie
Not
for,
good.
for this season. I know, and they all mention that Terrifier takes the gore to another level. So my question is here: was there any scene or sequence that you thought this is too much?
Maybe, but that didn't stop me from having a good time with it.
I know, right? Yeah, I know.
Listen, their Terrifier became Terrifier because of the violence and because of the on-screen carnage that this crazy ass character was committing.
Mhm.
If that's your bread and butter, you got to give people more of that, you know?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that means, I mean, one of the goriest scenes in the movie is based upon a real Jack the Ripper crime scene, you know? Think about that. What's scarier?
Yeah,
Like, people are scarier than anything we could come up with, you know? But
definitely.
it's insane, dude. You'll see. You'll see and you'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? You know?
I'm really looking forward to it. So, do you guys have any plan to bring? I know it has been hitting theaters and it has been expanding all across the United States. My question is: are you guys planning to release these in Latin America or maybe Spain? Because there are a lot of fans that are
It's,
really looking forward to it.
if it was up to us, it would be everywhere. But it's all a matter of people reaching out and making it happen. If we wanted everywhere, but
Mhm.
the reality is, the film industry, even though we're a little indie production, is still a business, and so
Mhm.
the right partners have to be made and the right companies have to reach out. But we're ready to bring it anywhere, and
Good.
we're ready to bring it everywhere like yesterday. So if you're listening and you're wondering, how do I get Terrifier 2 in my theater, make some calls, man.
Contact Steve, please.
We'll bring it. I have helped get it into several festivals around the world.
Good,
Just
good.
as
That's
long as
good.
somebody wants it somewhere, we'll bring it there if we can.
Because I remember, like I told you, I made a post about this once it went viral, and that post went viral. It took like 100,000 shares. It was crazy, and people, many of these comments were like, "Where can I see it? Where can I see it?" And we were like, it's only available in the United States. We're really hoping to see it in Puerto Rico, in Latin America, in Spain. That would be
We
really
want to
great.
bring it there. We really do. Like I
Good.
said, it's unfortunately, it's out of, as filmmakers, it's out of our hands, but we want
Mhm.
it everywhere.
Awesome. So,
Nothing would make us happier than to have it playing in every country, in every
yeah.
territory.
Uh-huh.
Although
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I can't imagine many countries greeting us with open arms, but at least
I,
Puerto Rico's ready, right?
I know for Puerto Rico is very ready.
Dude, I love Puerto Rico.
uh,
I love it
ah,
so
thank
much.
you.
I can't
Thank
wait to
you.
come back.
Thank you. Thank you. We have open arms here for you.
I'm
So
going to take you up on that, David, next time I come.
awesome. So you posted recently on Twitter that it will be available on Screenbox, right?
Boombox on Halloween.
Especially on Halloween. And will it stay there, or will they take it away?
It's a Screenbox exclusive. It'll be on Screenbox from now until the foreseeable future.
Okay.
So
Okay.
people, I mean, it's a $5 add-on if you
Hmm.
have Amazon Prime, you know,
Hmm.
or you can get the app itself. I mean, listen, if you go to the movies, it's $20. If you watch it on
Yeah.
Screenbox, it's like $5. You know, do the math.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So
You have
apart,
the opportunity, though, to see it on the big screen. This is probably the most violent movie you're going to see on the big screen, if not in your entire life, or just it's up there, man. It's for me. I'm jaded, and for me to go, this fucking movie is violent. It's pretty violent, man.
I know. You work on it, so it's really violent. So after Screenbox, do you guys think it will be available on any other streaming services? For example,
It'll be available on digital for VOD purchases. It'll be on Blu-ray, DVD, maybe VHS for those crazy people out there that like collecting that shit.
maybe that will be a great special edition.
Oh, we have plenty of ideas for really cool special editions, but hey, makes a great stocking stuffer at Christmas time, right?
Definitely. So, do you think Art the Clown has become a horror icon?
I think he's on his way. Here's the thing: when it comes to creating something, all you can do is come up with the best movie that you can, the best product that you can, the best characters that you can. Ultimately, it's not our job, and it can never be our job or our place to say this is the next horror icon or this is the next midnight movie. In reality, it's not up to us. It's up to you guys. You guys can give it that distinction. We can't, because it's not our place.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we make what we make. If you guys embrace it to that point, God bless you. You could say that shit all fucking day, and we love it. But we out of just humility can't say we created the new horror icon. It's not up to us.
Good.
I think it's on its way. I think there's enough about him that he's on his way to becoming one. But as for declaring it, you can't do that.
I agree with you. I think he's on his way. I think Art the Clown is one of the most disturbing horror characters that I have seen in many years, especially for the fact that he doesn't even talk.
Yeah.
But he talks with everything, his expressions, and it's crazy. It's crazy to see him, and he goes smiling, and the makeup and everything. I think he's on his way, and I think he actually can be there and become one of those horror icons that people always love.
Ooh,
I was
ecstatic if that happened.
I was in a haunted attraction this past weekend, and there was a guy dressed as Art the Clown. And it was, just to mention this, it was the horror icon night. So it was Jason, it was Chucky around, it was Ghostface, and Art the Clown was running around. So, and we are here. I'm here in Puerto Rico, and we're not big. This is a small island. We have a big heart. But to people to acknowledge Art the Clown in a horror attraction in a very famous mall here in Puerto Rico, it's starting to make a lot of noise, and that is very good.
I can't tell you how happy it makes me to hear that. It really does. And
I'm gonna send you a picture because I have a picture. I saw him, and I need a picture with this guy.
I was actually just about to ask you to send it to me. I'm gonna pass that along to the team.
Good.
We don't expect that, Every time a fan does anything or a place does anything and involves us, we're very touched by that, because you don't have to. To know that somebody likes what you do to a degree where they're willing to either dress up as it or have somebody dress up as a particular character from a movie, it's the biggest honor, We're a bunch of street kids, dude. We're a bunch of guys from New York that just made a movie and said, all right, fuck it, let's do this, And what we're most excited about, more than anything else, is this is an unprecedented happening, made possible by the viewers and the fans. So now, being that we've done what we've done, and nobody would have believed we would have done it,
Yeah.
But now that we've done what we've done, it opens the doors for more indie filmmakers to realize that they can make their movie and roll the dice and have
Mhm.
fans, you know, and open up the theaters and the movie making system in a way it's never been opened before, because we've proved you have a chance. And even if it wasn't Terrifier, if it was any other movie doing this, I would be just as happy, you know, because now filmmakers who have passion, who have drive, who can make good movies have a chance to get their stuff seen on a far grander scale than we have before, because no one ever gave us the chance.
Mhm. Mhm.
We weren't given this chance. We're very lucky, you know, but now that we've hit and we've hit hard, it
Mhm.
it opens that door for everybody. And now Hollywood is very much watching what we're doing,
Definitely.
you
Yes.
know, and all the filmmakers are watching what we're doing, and now everybody should feel rather emboldened to really say, well, you know what? I can do this. And
Yes. Yes.
you can. You just have your passion, adhere to your vision. Don't worry about what anyone says. Just make your movie and do your best. And if you're lucky and you've made something good, it'll find its audience. Believe me, we never thought anyone would find this to this degree, and here we are. And it's the most
Here.
amazing thing.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for that message to all those filmmakers that really need to hear this, that you can do it. Do you have any message that you want to send to all the fans out there that are really enjoy Terrifier, or the fans that are fans of the franchise?
Yeah, you know, collectively, you've made a lot of dreams come true for us personally. And every day that this movie has been out there, just to see the reactions of the fans and to hear how much fun you're having. You know, I said to Damien one time, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I called him and I'm like, Damien, this movie is bringing people so much joy. Did we
Mhm.
do this right? You know what I mean? This is a
Yeah.
horror movie. Did we do this right? And I guess we absolutely did. And we just I want every fan out there to know that we've seen every one of you. We've read every message. I've read messages in languages I don't even understand what they're saying when I look at it. I would literally cut and paste whatever was written and go to
Uh-huh.
Google Translate to
Yes.
see what they were saying. And I would write something back to them and have it translated to their language and then tweet back to them, you know?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's how important everyone is and how ridiculously a, how much of a part everyone is of this ride collectively. All of us, not just us who made the film, but everybody, we've all made a difference, you know,
Definitely. Yes.
and we just want to keep making movies for you guys, you know. Is there going to be a Terrifier 3? Probably.
That was my last question.
I don't think soon. I think we need to let this one breathe a little bit, you know. Because you see what happens every time somebody's like, "Oh, we need to make another one next year." You see what happens, okay? And we don't want to fall into that trap. When the time is right, and it's, you know, the heavenly constellations align, Arthur
Yes.
Clown he'll pick up his little black bag and he'll be on his way to deliver more chaos. But it won't be for next Halloween. It'll be sometime after that. And when just enjoy this one for now, you know? Just
Yes.
have fun with it, man.
We are still going for the Halloween weekend, so you know it's gonna be big. I know it's gonna be big. So, Steve, I just want to thank you for your time
My pleasure.
and congratulations again on this massive success.
Thank you.
Success to you and to the entire cast and production.
Thank
I
you.
hope that you can continue to grow and give us more about Art the Clown and many other films from you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Really,
Okay.
really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great week.
You too, buddy.